Hey guys, it's Rody T back with another Binding of Isaac video, and today I'm going to be doing the Cat Got Your Tongue challenge. And this run is quite interesting because you start off as Guppy, however, you cannot shoot. You have to rely basically on Guppy's hairball here to do some damage, which, as you can see based off of this first room, it can be pretty difficult. So, there are a couple ways you can get a lot stronger though. For example, if you get some sort of familiar, you're able to use those to shoot. A tears down pill from the experimental pill I think is completely fine because of the fact that I can't shoot. So basically, the strat is use Guppy's hairball, try to hit enemies, and then when you hit the enemies, it spawns flies, and those flies hopefully will do more damage. And that's basically the name of the game here. There's no item rooms on this run, I don't think. I'm only going back here to get this chest, but didn't really have anything too useful in it, unfortunately. But yeah, this run only goes up to Mom, so it's not an extremely long run, but I think it is pretty challenging, honestly. So, another good thing I could get on this run would be damage ups, because they are doubly as effective when you're Guppy, obviously, because of the blue flies that you spawn deal double your own damage. So, essentially all damage ups that I get will end up being double damage. So hopefully I can get some pretty good damage ups like Magic Mush. That's probably one of the only ones that could show up, well, at least from bosses. Well, that'd be the best one you could get from a boss. A boss item like Cat of Nine Tails would be nice, growth hormones, pentagram, any of those really. Just need to get a little lucky for that to happen though. You can also use bombs to do some damage, but I would like to save some bombs in order to get some HP from some tinted rocks, and thankfully I've been getting pretty lucky on tinted rocks here, which should greatly improve my survivability. Guppy's hairball, since well, this is an item that normally you don't really use ever on run. It's sort of just like there. It's like, alright, I got 1/3 of Guppy and I'm not going to pay attention to it at all, but right now it's like the only way I can do damage besides my flies. So I gotta try my best to hit enemies by swinging it around like I'm Indiana Jones or something. Thankfully, I do like that it spawns blue flies on hit with the Guppy's hairball. Otherwise, I think this run may be impossible. Well, not impossible, but it would certainly be a lot more challenging. Since I have a lot of money, I do wanted to go look at the shop. Although now I do not have any keys, so I guess I'll try to clear some rooms here and hopefully get a key, because I think shops are another good way for me to get damage upgrades of some sort on this run. Like if I get Hive Mind, that's also very good. BFFs would also be extremely good with Guppy's hairball. I'm not sure if it works with blue flies or not. It could, but that one I'm not certain of. If it did, it would be extremely good. Also, any familiars in the shop would also be nice. I think there's going to be a couple more rooms here. Hopefully I can get a key. With one luck, it's not highly unlikely that that'll happen. Or hopefully I can find some gray chests to open up. Alright. Guppy's head is also pretty nice to have on this run because, as you know, I don't really have a way to do damage besides Guppy's hairball. As I've previously mentioned, I don't really want to sound like a broken record here, but I cannot really stress that enough. Guppy's hairball is all I've got, besides the one room charge of Guppy's head. Hopefully I get a key here. If not, it's not the end of the world. I'll just be a little disappointed. You know what? I'll look for a secret room here. I think it'll be here. And I was right. And that did end up giving me a key. I think that was pretty lucky. That wasn't the only spot the secret room could have been, but I decided to take a gamble. So, Hive Mind showed up, which means basically we have done it. My flies should basically one-shot the boss now. And there is Buddy in the box in the shop there. I could have gotten that instead of Hive Mind, but I think Hive Mind is a much better pickup for me. Now, another really great addition to this run would be the cat's tail, or whatever it's called, the spiral looking trinket that looks like a fly sort of, that doubles your total, the amount of blue flies that you spawn. That would be extremely good, I think, for this run. I didn't want to take Guppy's collar there because I'd basically be spending HP for nothing. Since I already have the Guppy transformation, I don't think Guppy items are as valuable as they normally are. Although, I wouldn't mind getting like a Guppy's, or Dead Cat. Dead Cat would be nice. And Guppy's tail would also be pretty good. So my flies are doing so much damage now. They're able to one-shot most enemies, it seems like. Obviously, some of the tankier ones, like these guys, they won't be able to take out. Okay, Guppy's hairball is actually pretty difficult to use. I'll check out the shop here. I don't think I really need any of those items, so I'm not really going to pick any of those up. I don't really want to do the challenge room unless I absolutely need to. And the only reason I would need to would be to maybe get a key. Kind of like how I was trying to force myself to get a key on the last floor. But, thankfully there's no item rooms to worry about, so keys are not as big as a factor as they normally are. Basically, you just need them if you want to go to the shop or open a chest. I didn't really want to take any of those Deal with the Devil items, mostly because Sacrificial Altar, I think, would make it so this run's impossible, because I wouldn't be able to do damage at all if I sacrifice Guppy's hairball. And Ocular Rift, I don't think works with Guppy's hairball, so it's not going to do anything. I don't really know what kind of item I'd want from a Deal with the Devil anyway. Okay, Gertie is actually, or Lil Gertie, is going to be pretty tough. Mostly because he's a very mobile boss, and it's going to be hard for me to hit my Guppy's hairball on him. But thankfully I got through it relatively easily. There's a damage upgrade, which is very good. Because as I mentioned before, that's basically a double damage pickup. I didn't want to go into the Deal with the Devil there, because I already knew what was in it, and I didn't want either of those items. Honestly, I was hoping I was going to get a Deal with the Angel on that floor, but unfortunately, I didn't get lucky enough. Alright, just take care of that guy. Open this chest. Wire coat hanger is not going to do anything. Those black hearts are nice, but they're kind of unnecessary at this point. And this challenge I think is interesting because you're forced into the Guppy transformation, which is obviously one of the most broken transformations in the game, if not the most. And you're basically forced into a situation where you're actually kind of underpowered with Guppy, but you still have the ability to fly. So I think it's pretty cool. I don't think this challenge is extremely difficult though, because usually runs that have flight in them are just generally going to be a lot easier. And also, on this run you start with a lot more starting HP than you normally would with any other character, which is another factor why this run can be a lot easier. I definitely don't want Broken Remote, because every time I use Guppy's head, I would teleport, which sounds pretty terrible if you ask me. I think I'll go into the arcade to hopefully get a key. I think I'll just blow up these machines. I don't really want to spend time playing them, even if I could have gotten a key there. I don't need to play the blood bank either because I already have so much money. I'm probably not even going to be able to spend all this money, honestly. I just need to get a key of some sort. I'm getting all these gold chests now, and not any keys, which is pretty unlucky. There we go. Alright, that means I can go in the shop. I just gotta watch out for these gold chests here, and we'll see what we get here. I guess I'll buy restock. And I may as well buy the card. Hangman is not gonna do anything. I mean, I'll use it just so I have it out of the way, I guess. But it just basically took away my body for a room, which doesn't do anything. Alright, Husk can probably be a little challenging. Because, like Little Gertie, he's a little more mobile than other bosses. Than if I were fighting, like, actual Gertie or Mega Maw, or the cage, or not the cage, the gate. But I don't think the Husk should be too difficult. If anything, the most worrisome thing in that room was the bomb flies. Alright. Now, there's already only 2 floors to go. So this run's going pretty smooth, if you ask me. I don't like any of the enemies that explode into things after you kill them. Just mostly because I have to get close to them to do damage to them, at least currently. Okay. That fly will take him out. Perfect. I have a key, which means I can go to the shop. I'll use this pill. One makes you large. One makes you larger shouldn't really impact anything. Okay, these guys that shoot the lasers are actually a little hard to hit. There we go. Actually, I'll just open the chest. And I'd say that definitely ended up paying out for me. I figured I may as well open the chest because it's a Curse of the Lost anyway. There's no guarantee that I'll even find the shop on this floor. A Thame is a very good item for me. It did get reworked recently, so it has a chance to spawn a black brimstone ring when I kill enemies instead of when I get hit. So I think that made, excuse that voice crack, but it made a Thame a lot more practical in its use, because as you can see, it can sort of do a chain reaction like that, which just clears the whole room instantly, and just like that. So if I get more rooms like that, I'd be pretty happy. And it looks like it also, when the black brimstone ring hits enemies, it spawns flies as well, which I didn't even know that was how it worked. That is pretty good though. Good to know for the future, at least, that the black brimstone ring does in fact spawn flies when you're Guppy. Alright, I don't think this floor should be too bad. Hopefully I end up getting a deal with the angel, because as of right now I've gotten 0 deal items. I'll take Filigree Feather in case it does end up being a deal with the angel, which would mean I could get a second angel deal item for free, essentially. Latchkey is very nice to have. Alright. Brownie hopefully won't be too bad. Oh, it kind of just took care of itself there. And I did end up getting a deal with the angel. Let's see what we get in here. Holy Light. I don't even know if it works. I hope it does. But I'll fight this guy to get another angel item. And the habit is actually extremely good for me. Alright. Well, this looks like it's going to be a pretty easy challenge run, honestly. Who would have guessed that a run where I'm Guppy ended up being strong? Obviously, it's not the normal kind of guppy, but it's basically just guppy. I don't really think I made any misplays. Like, I think a misplay would have been buying Buddy in a box instead of Hive Mind. That probably would have made things a lot more difficult. I'll use the pill here. Range down is essentially pointless. I just need to find the mom fight, and I think this run will be a win. As long as I can keep my my blue flies alive long enough. I'll use Onsu's here to see where I need to go. I'm not gonna do any rooms that I don't have to, just so this run goes a little quicker. I'm not like in a rush or anything, but there's no reason to stick around too long on a challenge run, I think. I'm gonna use some bombs to blow up these skulls. There's a Suicide King card, but I don't think I really want to use that. Judgment card, I could potentially play, but I don't really feel like it. There's a Tinted Rock there. Need to be careful not to blow myself up. 2 Soul Hearts is extremely nice. Although I did take damage there. I think it's completely fine. I'll blow up some of these skulls too, to hopefully get some cards or something. A black card is also acceptable there. Alright. So, I could fight this mini-boss after this room, but honestly, I kind of don't want to. I think I'd rather go to the shop than go to the secret room. Well, I mean, unless I find the secret room here, which I did. And, yeah, now survival is kind of the name of the game. I just need to survive Mom's onslaught as much as I can. If I can get a Thame to pop off on the Mom fight, it should be a lot easier. I'll be able to buy a bunch of items in the shop because of restock, hopefully. So, I'll buy Nightlight for sure. The battery is also acceptable. Car battery is, I think, a must. I think I need to get car battery. That would make Guppy's head so much better. So I guess I'll blow up the statue. And I ended up getting enough coins for it, thankfully. So I'll get car battery and we'll move on here. So now I should be spawning double the amount of flies, and each fly does double the amount of normal damage it does. So it's a pretty good combo I have going on here, honestly. I'm going to be able to amass a fly army very easily, it seems like. And just like that, already at the Mom fight. Now, I don't know how much damage I'm going to do to Mom, but hopefully I can take her out pretty quickly. I don't really know what my strategy is to hit her with the Guppy's hairball or whatever it's called is, or how I'm going to do it. But it didn't end up mattering. I got Cat of Nine Tails. May as well look in the good old boss rush in here. I'm definitely not going to do it, but I mean, these were some pretty bad items anyway. Alright, well, that was a pretty easy challenge run. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the run, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so I know you want to see future runs like this. And I'll see you guys in the next run.